Hello and welcome back to 100 coding challenges in C Sharp. This is episode 31 and it's called Journey. In this challenge, we're going to write a program to help with journey planning. The program should input the starting time and the time taken, both in hours and minutes. It should output the finishing time using a 12-hour clock, and the hours and minutes should be entered separately using one variable for the hour and one variable for the minutes. If you'd like to give this challenge a go yourself, then pause the video now and we'll get started. To start off with, we're going to ask the user what the current time is in hours and minutes. So let's just say enter the starting time in hours and minutes. And then let's create two variables here where one will be for the starting hours and one will be for the starting minutes. So let's do in start hours, and then we'll do a convert.toInt32 for our console.readlines. And then the second one will be the minutes. And then we want to ask the user to enter the time taken. And then have two variables for these as well. And we'll call these ones time taken hours and time taken minutes. Cool. So the initial calculation that I want to do to keep this nice and simple is to give a new variable called finish hours, the value of starting hours plus time taken hours. And then we'll do the same thing for minutes as well. So finish minutes. Not finish house, finish hours. Change that, sorry. Finish minutes equals start minutes plus time taken minutes. And then what we want to do now is check if finish minutes is greater than 59. And if it is, we want to add an hour to finish hours. So we can do this by incrementing finish hours. And then finish minutes will be equal to finish minutes minus 60. This will obviously only work if the user doesn't add in a minute that's greater than 60. Like for example, accidentally entering 1 hour 70 minutes as the journey time instead of 2 hours 10 minutes, for example. But we're not going to be worrying about validation and stuff in this challenge, so we're just assuming that all the data that the user enters is correct. So the next bit we want to add is to say if finish hours is greater than 12, then what we want to do is do finish hours equals finish hours minus 12. So what that basically just does is keeps us in a 12-hour clock. Obviously, same thing as before. This is not taking into consideration if the user has invalid input. And then the last thing we want to do is just output this back to the user. So we'll do console.writeLine, and in here we'll have the finishing time is, let's set up some variables. So 1, and then it will be finish hours, which we want to format as well. So if we do .toString with 0 0, that means if we have 1, it will show up as 0 1. And the same for finish minutes .toString 0 0. And let's just end that and bring up our console. So now if we do .NET run, enter the starting time in hours and minutes. So let's start off with something simple. Let's just say 9 a.m. On the dot, so 9:0, and then it took us 1 hour and 30 minutes. It will say the finishing time is 10:30. So we started at 9 on the dot. It took us an hour and a half, and 10:30 we arrived at our place. Let's run it again. This time, let's get the minutes going over 60. So let's do 9:30 this time, and then the time taken is, let's say, 45 minutes. So if I say 0 for hours at 45 per minutes, the finishing time is 10:15. So from 9:30 it took us 45 minutes. At 10:15 we finished the journey. So that bit there we know works correctly. Now let's run it again, and let's test this bit here. So let's just say we started at 11 on the dot, and let's say it took us 2.5 hours. And there we go. It shows that we will get there at 1:30 from 11 in a 12-hour clock format. So instead of saying 13:30, it says 1:30. If you want, you could also take this a step further and try and say whether this is 1:30 a.m. or 1:30 p.m. But in order to do that, you also need to record from the user whether the time that they're entering is AM or PM to begin with, for you to be able to calculate whether the time that after the journey is actually AM or PM. But feel free to do that and let me know how you get on. That's it for today's challenge. If you enjoyed it, then make sure to hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below, let me know how you guys got on. Did you find this easy? Was it fun? Did you enjoy this? Did you not like this? Anything at all, just please let me know. I read all of the comments, so make sure to do that. And I really appreciate it if you guys could also share these videos if you're finding it useful as well. I'm sure it can help out other people as well, and it will definitely help me out, and I really appreciate that. And if you haven't done so already, then make sure to subscribe to keep seeing more videos like this. I'm currently uploading every week, and we'll soon be uploading new content as well. And keep an eye out for streaming sessions, which I'll be starting on Twitch and posting on YouTube as well. See you guys in the next one.